I had another thought this morning while I was pulling poison. Well, long after pulling poison ivy, while I was cleaning up, I heard someone talking about. I think it was Train a Bear, talking about the fig tree, and it occurred to me. I mean, Train a Bear was right. I think he was right that Jesus cursed the fig tree because it didn't bear fruit out of season. Not because that was wrong for the tree to do, but as an example to us on what we should do. Because just living with those spells is what we should do, right? That's what the people around us tell us to do. Just live with those spells. But unlike the fig tree or any tree, we can't stay in one place. We can't stay with one spell. You could probably study adrenochrome your whole life and never get to the end of it. You could study flat earth your whole life and never get to the end of it. You could study God knows what for your whole life and you'd never get to the end of it. But is that okay? I don't think so. I think you need to become more crafty than the serpent. You need to become more crafty than the serpent. You can't just be as crafty as the serpent and see the things it's doing and the spells it's doing. You have to see the spell. You need to extinguish the spell in your life, on your walkway, and then you need to move on. Because if you stay there, you're just going to stagnate and die. You're just going to be that kid that his pedophile parents, took advantage of your whole life. You're going to be scared of the door opening at night. So you need to move on from whatever spell you've just found. You need to extinguish it first. You need to sort that out. And then you need to move on and go to other things. Otherwise, you're just going to stay and stagnate. Like that fig tree. Actually, a fig tree is a bad example because it has a very deep root and it does eventually move. So let's say an apple tree. Well, let's stick with the fig tree. The fig tree has a very deep root, right? They would cut the fig tree down, and then the fig tree would come up in another place. It's called a netzer. That's why Jesus was from Nazareth, because they cut down the kings in Jerusalem, and the kings moved to Nazareth. Anyway, they would cut down the tree, and then the tree would come up somewhere else. But the tree is still in one place, and we aren't trees. In Genesis 1:1, not 1:1, in Genesis 1, when the plants were created and the trees were created, it wasn't said that they were good. So I think they're there as an example for us, but they're, like a lot of the Old Testament, they're an example for us not to do. So we can't stay in one place. We need to move on. We need to bear fruit in all seasons, not just when we're told we're supposed to, right? The fig tree was told it's supposed to bear fruit in a certain season, which is good for the fig tree, but you're not a fig tree. You're a person. You're a people, not a person. You are a people, and you need to be living people.